All right, gang, it's astrology time with Aaron. How are you today? All right, the 29th of August 2019, we've got the moon in the last degrees of Leo, and everything else is in Virgo. Okay, we have so much Earth right now. It's wanting us to be practical, it's wanting us to get work done, it's wanting us to stay focused. Okay, Mercury has now joined the party and moved into Virgo at 0 degrees. All right. And the moon tomorrow. There's going to be a new moon at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll talk about that a little bit more then. So, what's going on today? How can we break this down? Let me just show you the chart for a quick second and come back here. All right, we have, a stellium in Virgo. All right. We have a T-square between Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter. Okay, this opposition here about being very specific, very focused, this finite, this is our, the expansion of beyond the limits of the physical realm, beyond this third dimension. We're, dealing with spirituality, dealing with, this oneness kind of energy, and how can we get specific in what we're trying to, the dream life that we're trying to create, and what kind of information that we can bring into ourselves is going to help us achieve where we're at and where we're going. Okay. Oh, let me show you this one more time, because we still have, now it's not showing you right here at noon, but earlier in the day we're still creating, this trine, the moon trine Jupiter. Okay, the moon is making this funky aspect up here to Pluto. Okay, transformative in our public image. And what is the moon? We're in Leo. This is our self-expression and being creative, having fun. All right, not talking about being overly dramatical. So how can we break this down? How can we look at this and make sense of it? One, with all of this Virgo energy, we have huge accomplishments in front of us. We have huge feats in front of us to accomplish. The key to understanding is it's not bigger than you, okay? Whatever is coming on, whatever is being piled on your plate, it's not bigger than you are, okay? It's not too much to handle. It's not, we might be overwhelmed, but one foot in front of another. Okay, it's so key moving through this month that we focus on that whatever is on our plate, we can handle it. Okay, Mount Everest is achievable. We can climb that. All right, we've set some weight down. We've taken some things out of our backpack that's just dead weight that's holding us down. Okay, so nothing is too big. Nothing is bigger than you. Nothing is not unachievable. Okay. Now, another aspect to look at this, another way to look at this, is to not relapse. We've been, over the past month and a half, we've been working very hard, very, very hard at changing our addictions, our habits, our routines. It's very important right now to not relapse, not to go backward, and to bring our old habits with us. Okay. Now, you can go a little bit, 2 steps forward, 1 step backward, but the key is to not just go, whatever, who cares? It's like, I've planted this seed, I watered it a couple days, and it didn't grow into this giant oak tree, or it didn't grow into this giant, fruit-bearing tree that I can consume right now. I want it now, And the fiery sign of Leo, the moon, wants it now. And it's just like, hey, easy, slow down, friends. We can have it. We have to nurture it. We have to let it grow. So it's important that we don't go backward and just say, cover it up, screw it, it's over with. I'm never going to reach, my dreams. I'm never going to be able to have the life that I'm trying to obtain. All right, because you absolutely can. This is a magical month right now. Trust me on that. Magical month. We have a big new moon coming up, like I said, tomorrow at 6 a.m. On the 30th at 6 a.m. This is going to come out, later on the 28th. So on the 30th, we have 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this new moon. Now, another way to look at this, okay, we have, again, Mercury in its home sign being very specific, mentally, analytical, being focused. Okay, laser beam focus. We've got the sun creeping up. The sun is at 6 degrees right now. What does that mean? It means it's creating a perfect trine to Uranus. Okay? So we can expect what? We can expect the unexpected. We can expect tensions to be high. A trine is an easy flow. Okay? And Uranus is an unstoppable force. And the sun, we're talking about our own ego. Okay? This is representing of ourselves, the hero of our journey. And there's going to be a bit of a challenge, okay? Because such an easy flow can be an abruption of energy, an overflow like a volcanic eruption, okay? That can happen on good ways and bad ways, or seemingly positive and negative, but ultimately everything is moving toward the greater good, which is important to focus on. You know, we look at this checkerboard and we say the white squares are positive and the black squares are negative. And it's such a human, it's such a human thing to do, but that's not, it's just like, this is just a checkerboard. Okay. So there's this greater good. So every time we have this happen on one end, there's something positive happens over here. It's just like, again, we're having these desires, we're launching our rockets of desires, and they sometimes we don't always get our answers the way we want them. Sometimes they come in different ways. All right. Now, for the fun aspect of this, for the really fun, cool aspect of this, with the moon, this is the last bit of fire that we're going to have, the moon leaving Leo. Okay. We've had everything in Leo last month, and now everything is moving into Virgo. Like that's not always common. You know what I mean? To have all of the planets, literally all of the personal planets in the same sign. Mars floats on the other side. Mercury stays within 30 degrees ahead of or behind the sun, and you get Venus is 60 degrees ahead of or behind the sun. So like right now, everything is very, very tight together. Venus taking the lead, leading with our passion, our love for the work that we do to offer to others. Now, so the fun part of the day, the fun part that we get to take with us, this fire that we get to snag and bring with us into this new moon energy. Do you remember the movie Patch Adams? It's like a Robin Williams film. Haven't seen it in a very, very long time, but it's just popping in head. It's like, a doctor. Anybody can go to med school and become a doctor, and we've all experienced doctors that have terrible bedside manner. They're freaking robots and and it's just like, oh, sorry, you're gonna, you have 6 months to live. Best of luck. And they turn and walk away or whatever it is. That's, well, again, kind of harsh. Sorry. Hopefully that's not the case. But, it's just like delivering this like terrible news and it like almost heartlessly. Okay. The reason I bring up Patch Adams, and I had actually a really cool Dr. Norton when I was a little kid. He was the coolest guy. He was fun and playful. So this energy is reminding us that it's not just the work that we do, but to bring our fun, playful, creative expression into the work that we do. Because corporate America as we know it is changing. That's Pluto's job up there in Capricorn. That's Saturn's job, is to let's restructure this beast that we have before us. It's so sterile, it's cold, it's unauthentic. We're led by greed instead of leading by example, by leading by authenticity, by leading by our hearts. That's why it's important. The North Node is down there in Cancer, saying, hey, lead with your nurturing aspects of self. Really lead with your nurturing side of self, care about humanity, man, not just about your bank account, right? And I know that's you guys. You care about humanity. You care about people. We care about our, how we are affecting other people. It's very, very, very important. And we get to do this in a fun, jovial way. And with the moon still creating, in the morning especially, this really beautiful aspect to Jupiter, it's like, yes, we can. We can be inspired by somebody else, an outside source that's doing tremendous things in this world, that's applying their light and giving it to others and applying that into their work, right? So we can have fun. It doesn't have to be this sterile thing and, well, this is how it used to be, so this is how I have to follow tradition. I have to follow order. It's like, no. Uranus is over there in Taurus saying, forget this old tradition, forget this old world mentality, forget this idea of this patriarchy, forget this how things are or were. It's like, what are we creating? What are we moving forward to? We get to create that. And we're the beginning of it. We get to start this. It's very exciting. So again, we can expect the tension that is certainly there between Mars squaring Jupiter and Venus squaring Jupiter, and the opposition to Neptune. We can be like, oh, I don't know, these dreams seem kind of big, kind of hard to achieve. But it's just like, yes, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. And furthermore, you can do it with your own flair, your own sense of style and charisma that you get to add to it. And that adds to your own work and public image. All that good stuff up there in Capricorn in the 10th house, right? So bring your playfulness out under these like difficult or weird times. And again, the sun making that perfect trine to Uranus can be volcanic, which is beautiful. If you're the photographer that's sitting back capturing these beautiful images, it's breathtaking. If you're at the bottom of the volcano, get out of the car and run. You know what I mean? So there's two ways to look at that. All right, but either way, it's for the greater good. One day at a time, friends, one day at a time. Add your flair, add your style, add your charisma to whatever you're doing in life, and watch the goodness flow back to you. All right? Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow about this new moon. Very, very exciting. All right, we'll see you then.